Hola, ¿cómo estás? It is August 18th, 2024, Sunday, 1:19 a.m. This is for week 33. Feeling particularly good right now. Usually when I do these, I'm kind of on my square, handling my business. It's technically Sunday, but this is my Saturday right now. So it's kind of similar to how I did it last week. I guess I'll just go right into my list. I just completed the schoolwork that was supposed to be due on Wednesday, but I did the park technique. So I just did that. I have managed to log 10 more additional surplus hours. I did 24 hours last week, a session. I'm in the 50s now in my surplus. I'm kicking. I wrote down I'm kicking the can down the road, exercise wise, because I owe myself, or I started today owing myself 20, which is essentially the amount you're supposed to do for the week. So I came into the week owing myself what? I still owed from the maybe 5 or something like that, or 4 from the previous, or 3. Yeah, 3 and 4 I owed from the previous week. And then yeah, I haven't really done much. So technically, with the way that this is all panning out, I guess I'm supposed to have that done by the end of Tuesday. And right now, I think I owe myself 16. It's going to be 15 by the end of the day. I think I have an idea of how I'm going to be able to knock out, have 5 set days every once in a while. Because I figured out how I'm gonna do that. Basically, it's what I'm doing today, which is, please don't hit me. Thank you. Basically, what I did was I woke and woke, and then did my 4-hour thing, and then in theory, if you split the middle part by 2, so you go, let's say, it turns out to be 8 hours is the point. 4 segments of 2 hours with a set and post at the beginning, and in the middle and the end. You end up doing your 5 sets and posts, and then you have another 4 hours at the end of the day. The point is, I think I'm going to do something there's going to be a segment in the middle of the day where I tend to whatever business I need to tend to, whether that be schoolwork or whatever else, which it doesn't take a lot of time to do, but it's let's say I do my first segment, right, for 4 hours. Then I can, and I'm just, let's say I'm meditating and I'm doing listening to affirmations and session, right? Then 2 hours of, let's say I'll do a set and a post, and then I'll do lunch, and then after that I'll do a set and a post, and then I'll do some phone calls, and then to punctuate that, I'll do another set and a post, and then I'll do my next task, whether that be school related or phone call related and stuff like that, which is, all these things are things that I've been procrastinating on. Basically also I've been procrastinating on all the stuff that I've been just not making time for. So that just occurred to me today. I think it's a really great idea, and I got 4 and 3. I don't think it's yeah. I don't want to talk about it too much, but basically, it's not. I don't. I think I've reduced my expectations to a reasonable place, and I'm glad that I'm not pushing myself to move the sets or the repetitions up or the sets up or anything like that. I'm glad that I found like a checkpoint exercise wise, and I'm still at that checkpoint. But I'm still having trouble with. It's weird because it's almost like I know this solution to this problem is something that I already kind of knew or whatever, but I never thought to employ it, and it makes a lot of sense because that lunch, it just makes a lot. It's the perfect solution. Okay, let me try not to ramble on that much. Yeah, I'm basically saying I don't know why I haven't done this in the past. But, I've been playing everything by ear. There's been a lot of stuff going on, but it hasn't gotten out of hand. And I think that if over the next, 3 or 4 days, I can basically do 5 sets a day, basically. And, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, yeah. And be on track and not have to ding myself for missing a day of exercise, basically. Even though, like I said, it sounds bad. -20, -20. This is the end of the week, isn't it? Yeah, there's still a couple of days, but yeah, it doesn't. It seems like I missed the week, but no, I'm going to definitely be able to clean it up. And then once I'm good in my, in my situation, meaning okay, you smoke in the morning, do your little meditation, relax, pay yourself first, then handle all the things you need to handle so that when you go into this next toke, you don't have to worry about anything. If I keep doing it that way, I'm going to kill it. It's not a lot that needs to get done. I was even thinking about this too. At this point, it's like this exercise and posting stuff. It's not work. It's not work. It's not work. It doesn't even. I think I've done it so much at this point that it's become like a fun thing. It's become like something. It's a necessary part of my schedule. I need to do it. So I don't know if it's something. If I need to add more in terms of things that I do daily to try to, it continue to improve. Okay, meditation and waking up at this time and all that kind of stuff. I'll be honest, I haven't really been thinking much about that. I've been thinking mostly about my family because they have visited. There's been a lot of visits recently. My brother moved down, my aunt moved down, and then my dad's uncle came in an RV to visit, and my aunt, who has been taking care of her mother in New York, came back, and she brought her grandchildren, which are my cousin's kids. There's 3 of them, and I've been highly anxious about that whole process. So I've been taking it very easy and just trying to not let it distract me too much. And I think I've done a pretty good job about that. I say that as I've been kind of preoccupied, but yeah, I haven't thought about stuff in depth. I've been trying to kind of manage my anxiety and move in a way that isn't offensive to anyone, and also doesn't compromise my kind of routine, and I'm putting myself first, basically. So that's kind of why most of that stuff hasn't really been on my mind. But I can tell you that I think that I'm on the brink of basically just being really on top of everything. Because right now, all it is okay, So I'm not journaling every day. I'm drinking every once in a while. I'm smoking weed. I'm, exercising in an erratic pattern. So everything's getting done in a real, not super optimized way. And this is exactly what was going on prior to my first major digital checkpoint this year, where everything's getting done and I'm doing everything, and it seems harder than it really is, because once I organize, now it's like, okay, now since I know just how simple everything is, because I've mentally and physically organized everything and digitally organized everything, I can handle this with more ease, more optimization, basically. And I think that's where we're at now. We have a lot of, it's kind of like red tape or loose ends that have kind of accumulated over time, that have made our what's it called? Project procedures. Less, just less efficient, basically. So I think that it's good that basically we're not falling off the wagon and losing control entirely. I still have an A and a B in my class. I haven't missed any deadlines when it comes to my arbitration case, that kind of stuff. But you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong necessarily, but the way that I feel, right, is I could be more on top of it, more organized, and possibly make room to do more. So that's kind of why I think it's going to be a good adjustment to, because I've had to smoke at the beginning of the end of the day and leave a little bit of a sober portion to do other things, because my best days have all been accidentally like that. It's just like, okay, I'm sobering up for whatever reason. I don't want to smoke again, and I need to take care of these things real quick. And all the things that I need to, I could take care of everything I need to do for the week in 2-3 hours, right? And then I just do 2 sets and posts, around that segment, in and around that segment, 2 or 3, and then I end up doing 4 or 5 or 6 sets and posts in a day, and smoking once or twice. Those are by far my best days. So, I think that I'll be in a better headspace because of that, basically. It's a work in progress. You know what I mean? I can see the vision. I can see the potential for the next. I can see the vision. You know what I mean? Okay. So, like I mentioned, the kids. I met Sophia for the second time. When I met her a while ago. I made it a point to go see her because I was offended that I hadn't met her. I seen her in New Jersey at my aunt's house when she was a baby. I guess she was 4 or 5, and so she's 12 now, and I spoke with her, and it's wild how it's automatic, the love is, and we just have chemistry as well. I could just tell, okay, this is what our dynamic's gonna be like, and I could tell that you like me, meaning you want to talk to me, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. And and then she reminds me a lot of me. She's a firstborn, and she's also like me in the fact that she cares about that, which for some reason I just knew she would. I don't know why, but yeah, she reminds me of myself. She's a firstborn. She's a firstborn of a firstborn. She's a firstborn of my cousin who's close to me. Or we grew up close or whatever. So it was a really cool thing. And then I met her siblings, or two younger siblings who are much younger. I thought they would be closer in age, but they're 5 and 3, so they're babies, and they also remind me so much of Stephanie's kids. It's actually insane. They literally look just like her kids. It's wild, but they're awesome too. Like they were comfortable with me right away. Like I went to go hug my aunts to say hello when they were at the house, and Rhea was standing in between them, and I didn't even see her, so she was like in between. She was in between all of us. I was hugging them, and she was hugging me back like right away. That was our first interaction. And then the boy also seemed to take to me very fast, which was really cool. It actually made me very happy. It warmed my heart in a major way. And I actually was like low key shocked. I don't know. They don't have to be so nice to me. They don't have to be. You know what I mean? Like Didi Janice's kids, who are maybe like a little bit older, aren't mean to me or anything like that. But they're just a little bit more standoffish, less friendly. So you never know. I just know that I definitely wanted them to be comfortable around me. You know, I'm a grown ass single man, so I don't want to be the weird uncle. That's for sure. I played some more. I've been playing a lot of Stormgate. I haven't been playing StarCraft. I've been playing Stormgate. It's officially out now, and I've been enjoying it low key. It's just chill macro games basically. I'm starting to have more of an understanding of it, and I think there's going to be an influx of new people because of the actual official release of the game too. So I'll probably go up in rank as a result of that, since I was in the beta and whatnot. I've been working on stories in ChatGPT that, like, what I've done is I have like 13 chapters of a book already. I have like 2 hours of I might have like 5 or 6 like hours of audio that I wrote with ChatGPT on. I'm just gonna say names low key. Whoa, how do I want to say the names? There's like a handful of them. Dime, Witch, Key, Lore. Is that it? And Shell. And that's really amazing. Yeah. I don't know how to explain the skill that is dealing with AI. I need to. It's very important, and I'm glad that I'm doing that, because it's just really important. My understanding. Luckily for me, I've been kind of using it since it started, ChatGPT that is, and I'm very familiar with how it works. And I'm very familiar with what you can do, and I know it matters a lot. I want to also get good at Midjourney as well. That's another thing that needs to get worked on. I need to practice with. Okay, so that's actually almost it. So our arbitration situation, like I mentioned, I just did my dispositive motion response. It didn't really require much writing because I basically already had it written. I just kind of made a little amendment and re-uploaded it. I also, before that, a couple days ago, I had to send my evidence in. So I had to gather and send my evidence in. And that was big because basically I had the idea just the night before or the night of to call customer service, chase customer service, and record them spreading misinformation. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna call them, and I'm gonna make sure that they, I'm just gonna ask them. I'm gonna see if I can get them on camera saying the stuff that they, and because I'm good on the phone, because I know how because I know how working at a customer service place works. I was like, all right, let's get this popping. Let's see if we can do this. In the first one, it was money. She literally said exactly what I needed her to say, no hesitation. The second one, same kind of situation. But what happened with the second one was that I think she got spooked, and then on top of that, she got spooked halfway through, but she already said what she said. And then on top of that, the next play, I also didn't hang up. I hit the stop recording on my OBS, but I didn't hang up on the phone. And I think she heard me commenting on the fact that she tried to wiggle her way out of it or whatever. And then on the third time, people were being real standoffish and being real, whatever. But it was already too late. I already got it twice. And then in that same phone call with someone else, I got another one. So, another person saying false shit. So, I think that's a nail in the coffin right there. It was a great idea. Basically, I was just looking over my case, and I guess I had an issue with one particular thing where I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna call this person as a witness. I'll be damned if they say that it was a mistake, right? So, yeah, she could be like, oh, I just misspoke, right? And then now I'm there, and I don't have evidence of it being a constant kind of practice that they do on a regular basis. So, I went ahead and I was like, okay, I'll call them. It won't take long, and I got it. There's 3 more examples of the customer service people doing the exact same thing. This is what they're trained to do. So, now my plan is to call those 3 people that I spoke with over the phone. I'm going to try to have them included in the case because they're going to have 2 choices. They're going to have throw Chase under the bus or throw themselves under the bus, and throwing themselves under the bus means that they go to jail and could be fined $5,000. So I think it's a great way of basically making it clear that Chase does this on a regular basis, and they could be liable for so much money. So dispositive. So yeah, so now, because of and I mentioned how I was unhappy with how the other thing was handled, I'm going to I think the next plan is to send another settlement demand. Instead of for $15K, it's going to go up. It's going to be $22,500, and I'm going to tell the guy to tell his client that they have violated their fiduciary duty, and that if we don't come to an agreement in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to give them 2 weeks. If we don't come to an agreement in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to file a complaint with the Comptroller of Currency and the Federal Trade Commission and other regulatory bodies, basically. And I think that'll be great. I'm going to do the same thing with Discover too. I'm going to call Discover a couple times, get them to say what they need to say over the phone. Record it multiple times, and then do the same play with them. Be like, all right, because I need to send their evidence by the 25th, so the next 7 days. I need to send their evidence to them, and a price for why everything costs the way, why I'm asking for what I'm asking, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, here's 3 phone calls evidencing, that this is a regular practice for you guys. I saw that there was a deposit for the arbitrator in the Chase case for $11,500. I saw a deposit for that. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. Then you got the in the Discover case, I saw a deposit of $4,500. I'm like, bruv, I just can't believe that they're spending this money with the arbitration people. It's like any money you give to them, you're giving it to me twice. So I just want to make that very clear. That's it. That's actually it. So I still need to, I tidied my room. I took a bag of garbage down today, but I still need to change my sheets and vacuum and wipe stuff down. So I need to stay up with my schoolwork. I got a big project due tomorrow, and that's week 7 of this term. We're approaching, I think we have 5 more weeks until we get our next, is it 5 really? Yeah, about 5 more weeks until we get the next refund, basically. Which I'm looking forward to. That'll get us to that 4K. I need to register Monday or Tuesday. I think I think Wednesday might be the last day to do it without a late fee. So I need to do that right away. And like I mentioned, I need to send the settlement offers and the damages to both Chase and Discover. I'm gonna try to time it out so that they both do it at the same time. They're both kind of on the same pace and clock. And then after we get these settlements, after the beginning of October or whatever, I'll probably give myself another little break. Not really, but yeah, give myself another little break to prepare for the next play. Or I might actually do it again. I might actually do another identity theft report. And yes, I'm sorry, I just completely blacked out. Yeah, I might do another identity theft report to attempt to remove everything again. Not sure though. But yeah, after the next thing after this is preparing to go to legal action against Midland primarily, and then Citibank, and I think that's fucking it. Actually, it's okay, Citibank. Do you want to go to arbitration and do all that, or do you want to just get the fuck out of my way? Same thing with the Midland. It's gonna be beautiful, bro. I can't wait. So then what? Amazon purchase. I might make that tonight, but I also might not. I'm gonna cancel Jammable. I put Get Good with Midjourney. I need to experiment and get good with Midjourney. I haven't wanted to do it because you get like a free trial. And I just don't know what I want to do yet with it. And it's a good tool, so. And I know you can pay for it, but I don't know how much it costs. I don't know enough. But I know it's a tool I need to get good with. Just like I'm getting good with ChatGPT, I need to get good with the images part. And there's going to be other tools I need to get good with too, like, you know what I mean? But having a little bit of like extra income to mess around with these AI tools is really nice. TRW. Speaking of additional income and learning new tools and whatnot, I still need to get my GoDaddy refund, and I need to do my digital checkpoint, and I think that is really about it. We have a few more visits coming up. We have my grandparents, I believe, coming. I don't know. I have to ask because I'm confused. I'd be confused, but yeah, I think my uncle's coming because his birthday's coming up, and my grandparents from my dad's side. And then after that, depending on how that goes or whatever, I'm still going to be trying to prepare. I haven't made up my mind about whether or not I'm going to San Francisco or not and when, but and I haven't prepared at all either. So that's another thing. I need to call the DMVs and figure that out. But yeah, pretty much. We have to prepare for final hearings. We have to prepare settlement offers. We have to prepare yeah. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about something else. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it. As it stands right now, I'm gonna go back, do my 5th set of the day, and then I'm going to take a token, chill for the rest of the evening. Probably play Stormgate and maybe do a session or two. Maybe tend to the Amazon stuff, but really, it's not much. I'm really sticking with it. I'm getting better with ChatGPT and my sessions. I'm accumulating the hours, and I think I'm in a good spot when it comes to my arbitration preparations. If I do the same thing, as long as I keep doing the same thing that I'm doing with Chase, and I do the same thing with Discover, I've essentially done every step of this process up to the creation of whatever type of presentation or whatever it is. It's gonna, if I have to create a presentation to I guess serve as my initial opening statements and organize my exhibit list and that kind of thing, that's kind of what it is. It's just preparing a presentation. But we're hoping it doesn't get to that point, but we have to create it and know and feel comfortable with it so that we can negotiate from a place of strength. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So we are, if it's August 18th, we're like 6 weeks away from the finality of this thing. All I'm doing is continue. Sorry. Yeah, all I'm doing is handling my schoolwork and whatnot. and staying out of trouble basically. And before the end of the year, that just pretty much guarantees a clean exit without anything else. So yeah, there's a lot of good positive things going on. Once we're done with this arbitration case, we got 2 more. We just have to do it one more time. Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. And also, I need to figure out how to potentially put the squeeze on the CRAs. But that's going to be the next play. It's going to be, okay, attack the CRAs and the other 2 whatchamacallits, and probably do another identity theft report to see what happens. Buck, get them shits off. And then yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, that's really about it. I love you. I appreciate you listening to me. This is week 33. Deuces.